Hey everyone, Mrs. Bullheis here. I am going to be showing you guys today a little bit of how to make an outline in a Google Doc in order to get your ideas organized so that you can start writing. So what I have in front of you is the start of an outline for an essay that I'm going to outline for you guys today. So far I have started my outline by using kind of like bullet points, but I'm using like the outlining tools for them. So in Google Docs, if you automatically start by typing the capital letter I, a period, and then a space, it will automatically set up your document to use these outlining features. So what I've done is I've labeled my first paragraph introduction and then spelled out the three parts of the introduction that I need. So I have a hook, I have my bridge, and I have my thesis statement. It kind of depends on you and how much you want to write for your outline in order to get your ideas down. I definitely like to start with writing out my hook, and I'll probably go back and make changes later, and then definitely writing out my thesis statement that I want to do. But you can, just write a little bit up here and then expand later when you actually get to writing your introduction. That's kind of what I did here with my bridge. So I just wrote that I want to make connections to the article about fake posts and transition to social media, changing our world for the better. So I didn't actually write out what I'm going to say in my essay, but just like a quick blurb about the idea that I'm going to use. So I basically have my hook, an idea for my bridge, and then my thesis, which is social media's evolution in the last decade has changed the culture of our society in a lasting positive way that will pave the road to a bright and promising future for the United States. So in this paper, I'll be arguing that social media is A-okay. So to go from here to do another kind of like two here in this area, what I'll do is I'll push enter, and it's going to think that I want to do a D here, but if on my keyboard I push shift and then tab, it's going to back up that to go to number 2. So this will be my first body paragraph. And then from here I'll push enter, and that's going to automatically do 3, but I want to get it so that I have another A, B, and C here. So from here, if I push the tab key on my keyboard, then I will get that letter A. And I'm going to want to start with my point, have my evidence, have my explanation or analysis, and then link. The first point I'm going to make is that Facebook has used their connectivity to people all around the world to create a way for them to share their status with friends and family during disasters. So, and this isn't really super poised of a sentence. It's just kind of like my first initial idea is to have this paragraph talk about like what Facebook has done with checking into to say like you're safe during like a hurricane or something like that. And if I had done the research I was supposed to do, I would be able to maybe link some evidence here. So why don't we just go do something like that real quick. Let's Google, kind of see if we can find an article about Facebook safe check-in stats. Let's try that. See if we can find some stats on it. So when I'm looking through this, I can see, okay, this is Wikipedia, this is Facebook. I really don't want that kind of thing. What I want is like something like this. Facebook safety check tells your friends that you are safe. Let's try this article. And this is on Forbes, which is a pretty reputable source. So this says, Facebook has announced a new feature called Safety Check, which is an easy way to tell friends and family that you're safe during a disaster in the area. It can be used to check on others that are in the affected area. Over 12.5 million people were affected by the 2011 earthquake and tsunami in Japan. Many relied on social media to stay connected. This is why Facebook's engineers in Japan built and tested a disaster message board within a year of the earthquake and tsunami. So I can use something like that, which I think is really cool. So I'm going to take this little quote, I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to just write a little blurb about it, about why the Facebook made the safety check in. And then paste that in here. Remember that you can, it drives me crazy personally to have different text. To quickly make your text like the rest of your document, you can highlight what you want it to look like. Use this paint format tool. So you click that once and then highlight everything and it'll change the text really quickly and easily. And then I'm also going to do something quick for myself. I'm going to copy the URL here and then link it here so in case I need to find it later. Oh, that didn't work. Here we go. Now try one more time. Oh, why is it doing that? There we go. Link. So I can find that article later if I want to. My explanation and analysis, I'm going to say that the creation of the safety check-in proves why social media is a good thing. And then later on in my actual writing, I can make that, obviously a lot longer and nicely worded. And then I'm just going to remind myself to link to the thesis. Maybe something about how Facebook is making the US better. Okay, so that's my first body paragraph. I'm going to push Shift, Tab, and I'll get my third one and second body paragraph. And then I'll enter, push Tab again, and I can do this all over again. And then if I do get, obviously you're going to need multiple body paragraphs to get to those 4 to 6 pages. But when you're done, you'll want to have a conclusion. I usually try to restate my thesis in my conclusion. I try and review the points I made in the paper and then call my reader to action, which I'm thinking with this type of paper I could do something like encourage my reader to join a social media platform or encourage others to join, something like that. So I'm just laying out my ideas here. I'm making sure that what I'm thinking is logical, is going to always connect back to that very most important sentence, our thesis, and hopefully making some connections with the evidence, making sure I'm not saying the same things over and over again, that I'm constantly coming up with new things to say. And then from here, when I do start writing, I'm going to have a lot already written that I can copy paste. And I'm definitely going to have hopefully a logical progression of my ideas through my essay. So I hope this helps you guys as you are writing your outlines. And again, they can be as detailed as you feel necessary for you to be successful on this essay. Thanks a lot, guys, for listening. Bye-bye.